Welcome, happy Dhanteras to everybody. On Dhanteras Day, we buy gold and silver, we invite Lakshmi Devi, and we all get healthy, prosperous, and at the same time get happiness to every one of us. So, wish everyone a happy Dhanteras. Stock market has been reacting a lot. If you see the history of the stock market, October month is a month where you see the bottom of the year. Most of the time, in many years, we see October month is the bottom. Now, with the US election announcement that's going to come up in first or second week of November, we should bottom out in the stock market in the current scenario. So next 1 week, 10 days, our market should bottom. That is what is my expectation as well. In this current scenario, there are so many stocks which are worth considering and also making some investment in that particular stock. One is stocks which have given very good results. Two is which are of growing and which are showing good performance not only from the short term, even from a long term perspective. In the last couple of days, we are seeing some stocks which have bottomed out and given very good reactions on the upside. Some stocks have reacted 5%, some stocks have reacted 10%, and they are doing wonderfully well. And this bottom out process can continue for few of the stocks which are really in limelight. So let me show you a couple of stocks which I have observed. In the previous session, in the previous video, I have suggested that there can be some volatility going forward due to so many developments that are taking place, and that has created some great opportunities in the market. But there is as such not huge panic that's there in the market. These corrections are common whenever in the history we have seen that FIs do some violent selling, the prices fall madly in spite of good fundamentals. That's a great opportunity for us to accumulate some of the good stocks which we have missed. So come, I'll show you a couple of stocks which are really worth enough to consider, and at the same time these levels may be good for accumulation and you can do your research. I'm not a SEBI analyst. I have done some study and I've also accumulated few stocks, and I'll continue to accumulate some of the stocks. So you can also do your own research, find out if they're worth considering. You can go ahead and buy as per your conditions and as per your system if they really satisfy your theory of investments. Fine. Let me show you one of the stocks, that is Capacity Infra, that has given some good results in the recent past, and that stock has also taken very good pullback. You can see this particular candle. It's a huge green candle that has formed. It has made a bottom of 330, and you could see the amount of correction from 415 it came down to 330, which is almost 30% correction, and from there it has immediately pulled back and came almost to 381 rupees, which is more than 50% of the retracement. Now if you look at this from 415 to 380, it's hardly 10% correction. So we are very near to the top in this particular stock. Another stock which I observed is Indraa Medico, and this has also given some decent results, and you could see there is bottom formation here at around 375 380 zones. You could see the bottom formation in this candle, and as well as this candle, and a good pullback here in this particular case. So 380 to 375 is a good range. This is what I see in the chart. It has gone to 475, but it has corrected to 375 380 zones and started pulling back. Currently it's closed at 420 levels, and we all know that stocks like Sanjay Goenka group companies, Firstsource stock, if you could see, it's gone all-time high in the last few days, where the market has been nervous and most of the stocks have been correcting, but Firstsource has been making all-time high in this particular scenario. You could see previously the all-time high was around 343. Currently in this particular week it has made an all-time high of almost 378 379 rupees. So the good range to accumulate this particular stock is almost 290 to 380 range. So any dip we get around 290 to 300 can be an opportunity to buy, or maybe in a SIP mode or accumulation mode, this particular stock can be a great idea to consider because of the developments that are taking place in the Goenka group and the announcements the management has made in the recent past. That's also giving strength to this particular stock. There are some stocks where the results are bad, but the stock has been correcting. That is, one of the stock is Coal India. Coal India has come down almost from 540, 550 levels to almost 440 levels. Let me see the stock properly, the chart carefully, because this chart doesn't seem to be proper. Yeah. Now you can see the bottom is somewhere around 400 to 410. So this level seems to be a major support for this particular stock. Coal India in the short term, the results might be little uncomfortable, but fundamentally it's a very good stock and a high dividend paying company stock. So that may also be kept on your radar, and do a research on this particular stock, and maybe going forward you can do your own research and find if it's a suitable you can add in your portfolio. A disclaimer is Coal India, I'm holding stocks in my particular portfolio, and I'll continue to hold this irrespective of whatever the short-term results that have come through. And another stock which comes to my mind is TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. Yes, the margins have been little lower, but TCS is fundamentally a good stock. From a longer term perspective, definitely it's a great stock. We all know about that. And we have a great support around 3,800, and 4,000 is definitely a psychological level for TCS, because if you see in the past record also at 4,000 zones, there has been huge reactions, and that 4,000 has reclaimed in the month of July 2004 and made all-time high around 4,600 and came back to 4,000, and now it's hovering around 4,100 levels. So in IT sector, the giant company, this is TCS. This also can be looked at because this stock is also doing wonderfully well. There are so many IT stocks which are doing well, and don't forget the power stocks or the manufacturing stocks, the Make in India ETF, because ETF yesterday I think there was an announcement that some aircraft manufacturing in India is expected to start. So Make in India manufacturing ETF is one of the good thing for the next 1 or 2 decades. So never ignore Make in India ETF. That's going to be great stock to be in, ETF to be in, because that is going to help all of us to make some investments in this particular area. So Make in India ETF, I'm not able to get the chart, but Make in India ETF is a great ETF which focuses only on the manufacturing stocks, and manufacturing is going to be a mega theme for the next couple of decades, because India is moving from a services sector economy towards a manufacturing hub for most of the products worldwide. So that's going to be a great theme for all of us to invest. Even manufacturing mutual funds, consumption mutual funds, all these are going to be a great investment opportunity. Please remember, opportunities come when there is correction, and when that correction is there, one has to be strong, because the fundamentals of India is strong. So we need not worry about it. If you are in the right theme, if you are in the right stock, if you are fundamentally doing proper research, and you are investing in the right mutual fund on a longer term basis, on a SIP mode, you are going to be really successful from a longer term perspective. I'm not a SEBI analyst. Please do your research and make proper investment and prosper, be healthy and wealthy. Thank you.